Julius Caesar. The Roman army. The Romans were great conquerors. They had large, well-trained armies. Their navy ruled the seas. After the Romans defeated an enemy, the captured land became part of Rome. These lands were called provinces. The Roman Senate sent a governor to each province. The governor made sure the province paid taxes to Rome. The Romans usually let the conquered people keep their laws and customs. Sometimes they even made the conquered people citizens of Rome. The impact of ancient Greece. The Romans copied the Greeks because they admired the beauty of Greek art, writings, and buildings. Wealthy Romans kept enslaved Greek servants who had once been teachers and doctors. Many Romans learned the Greek language. Trouble in the Republic. As Roman armies conquered more lands, the wealthiest Romans grew richer. They used enslaved people to work on their land. Enslaved people were not paid for the work they did, such as farming. As a result, rich farmers could sell their crops for less money than farmers who had to pay workers. This gave richer farmers a big advantage over other farmers. Many poor farmers were forced out of business and lost their land. Many farmers who lost their land came to Rome. They were out of work and hungry. They wanted help from the Roman government. But the Senate controlled the government, and many senators were rich landowners. They did not care about helping the poor people of Rome. Several leaders told the Senate to help the people who had lost their land. But the Senate did not listen. Unhappiness among the Roman people grew. The Roman Republic was growing weak. In its final days, one man took control of the government. His name was Julius Caesar, Jul**User. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was born in 100 BCE. Although his parents were patricians, they were not very wealthy. Caesar knew he would have to work hard to get ahead. As a young boy, he did well in his studies. He also did well at sports, especially horseback riding. Caesar served in the Roman army in Asia. When he returned to Rome, he worked as a lawyer. He made friends with many people in the Roman government. Caesar was a great speaker and was chosen for several government jobs. One of his jobs was to manage the games and shows for the city of Rome. These shows helped amuse and entertain the people of Rome. Caesar borrowed money from his wealthy friends. He used the money to make the greatest games and shows in Roman history. His games made Caesar popular with the people of Rome. Caesar became friends with powerful leaders in the Senate and in the army. One of these friends was Pompey, P, Rome's most famous general. Caesar also had enemies in the Senate, especially among the wealthy landowners. Caesar was elected consul in 59 BCE. Then he became governor of two provinces next to an area called Gaul. Today we know this area as southern France and northern Italy. Caesar led a large Roman army into Gaul. The Gauls were fierce warriors, but Caesar was an excellent general. His soldiers loved him. Caesar won many victories. His conquests in the Gallic Wars of 58 to 51 BCE made him a hero to many Romans. Crossing the Rubicon. Caesar's old friend Pompey became jealous of Caesar. He watched Caesar grow more powerful with each victory. Soon Pompey was known longer Rome's most famous general. Caesar was. Pompey joined Caesar's enemies in the Senate. They hated and feared Caesar. They thought he was too popular with the Roman people. His army had grown too powerful. The Senate ordered Caesar to give up his army and return to Rome. Caesar faced a hard choice. He led his army to the Rubicon River, which was the border between Gaul and Italy. Caesar stopped and thought about what to do next. If his army crossed the Rubicon, he would be at war with Rome. But if he left his army in Gaul, he would have no protection against his enemies. They would probably kill him. Caesar decided to fight. He led his army across the river and started a civil war. The war did not go well for Caesar's enemies. Caesar drove them out of Italy into Spain and finally to Greece. There, Caesar won a clear victory. After he won, Caesar forgave the senators who fought against him. Caesar's old friend Pompey escaped. He went to Egypt, where the king had him killed. For the king, this proved to be a terrible mistake.